The following video is audio descriptive. Please turn off any mobile devices and remain quiet while the movie is in play.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Quiet, please. Play.
Title: Quiet Please, Play. The Goalball movie, overlaid on blackout scene.
The thing I love most about Goalball would definitely be the equality and that it provides on the court. Everyone's blindfolded, so you can't see more than your teammates. They can't see more than you. So at the end of the day, it's about skill. At the end of the day, it's skill. It's not like it's skill. It's not how much you can see. It's skill, and that's what I like so much about it, especially compared to some other blind sports.
What is goalball?
What do you think of the sport of goalball?
The what?
The sport of goalball.
What sport is that?
So my question is, what do you think of the sport of goalball?
Huh?
Have you heard of goalball?
No.
What do you think it is?
Something related to the ball. So, oh my goodness, I didn't know about that.
What do you think of the sport of goalball?
Of what?
The sport of goalball.
Goalball? Sounds pretty weird to me.
Weird? What do you mean weird? Take a look at this.
Various action footage of players playing goalball.
Turn it up, hear the sound, in the arena where champions are found. Feel the rush, the crowd's alive, Goalball warriors ready to throw. Lights go dim, the tension's high with the clock ticking down. We reach for the sky, blindfolded souls with hearts on fire, moving to the beat, fueled by desire. Listen close, there's magic in the air as the bells in the ball warn us beware. Together we stand with the power so strong in the world of Goalball we all belong. Listen for the bells in the ball rushing down the court. Hear the call, we're on the edge, feeling the thrill. With every throw we fight to fulfill. Goalies in formation, side by side, taking the shot. We'll never hide. Bounce of the sphere echoes through time. Every collision fuels this rhyme. Sweat and grit, it's a battle we wage. Each block we make ignites the stage. With our senses heightened, we're ready to roll. Blindfolded champions, we know our goal. No fear in our hearts, just courage and grace. Together we rise, we'll take our place. Listen for the bells in the ball rushing down the court. Hear the call, we're on the edge, feeling the thrill. With every throw we fight to fulfill. Goalies in formation, side by side, taking the shot. We'll never hide.
Goalball is a unique and energetic sport where all players wear blindfolds while trying to throw a ball with bells in it into the opposing team's net. Depending on the level of competition, goalball can be played by men and women of all ages with or without a visual impairment. Goalball was invented in 1946 by an Austrian named Hans Lorenzen and a German named Sepp Rendel in an effort to rehabilitate veterans of the Second World War who had lost their vision. Goalball was introduced to the Paralympic Games in 1976 in Toronto, Canada, and has been in the Paralympics ever since. The World Championships of Goalball are also played every 4 years, with the first being in Austria of 1978. This movie documentary was created to create a better public awareness of the sport, as well as assist future athletes coming into the sport. A goalball court is 9 meters wide and 18 meters in length.
Showing an actual court.
There is a goal net on both sides of the court, which are 9 meters wide and 1.5 meters high. There is a line at the center of the court, dividing the court into 2 sides. On either side of the center line is the high ball line. The act of throwing the ball must make contact with the court before this line. There is a line between each net and high ball line. This is the team line. There are boundary lines on both sides of the court. If the ball crosses these lines, the official will stop play until a side official returns the ball to the closest player within the playing area. Tape is placed over a piece of string at each player's position to help them identify where they should be to defend their net.
A close-up of tape being applied over string.
A player can identify these positions by using either their feet or their hands.
And of course there's me, Gordy, the goalball.
The goalball has a diameter of 25 centimeters with 2 bells inside to give players an audible cue of the ball's location on the court. The goalball weighs 1.25 kilograms and has 8 small holes to help the players hear the bells inside of it. Eye shades are worn by all the players on the court during gameplay to provide an even playing field. Glasses or contact lenses are not permitted under the eye shades. During a Paralympic Committee or IBSA sanctioned championship, gauze tape is also applied to each player's eyes beforehand. Here is the other equipment needed to play goalball. Running shoes.
A close-up of running shoes being laced.
Socks.
A hand pointing at socks.
Knee pads.
A knee pad being pulled up.
For men, a jock strap, and for women, a Jill strap. Padded shorts.
Showing padded shorts.
Elbow pads.
An elbow pad being strapped.
For women, a chest protector. A team jersey.
A jersey being pulled down.
And on a national level, a mouthguard for all players. Before the start of each half of a game, the eye shades are inspected by the referees and ensure they are fully covering a player's eyes.
Various footage of referees checking athletes' eye shades.
Players who are going to start any half must be on the court and ready for eye shade check by the referees 90 seconds before the start of any half. Failure to comply will result in a delay of game team penalty. The referee starts the game by asking everyone to switch off their mobile phones and remain quiet while the ball is in play. The The referee will call quiet please, followed by calling center, and then throw the ball to the team who will start with the ball. The referee will throw the ball to the player who is closest to the center position. The referee will then blow their whistle 3 times and call play.
Showing different referees as they get ready to throw the ball in to begin play.
Quiet, please. Center. Play.
A time clock is used in every game to display the score and the time remaining during each half. As of now in 2025, each game has 2 12-minute halves and a halftime 5-minute break. A team can have up to 6 players. 3 of the players are on the court during gameplay. When defending the net, the player should be in a comfortable stance so they can move left to right quickly to defend the ball.
Showing athletes in a ready position to receive the ball.
Oh, you better be ready.
When blocking the ball, a player should stretch out as much as possible to cover more of the net.
Showing photos of athletes stretched out blocking the ball.
There are a few ways to throw the ball. The easiest and most standard way is rolling it in a bowling motion. The second way is a spinning motion where you get bounce on the ball. The third way is stepping backwards and throwing through the legs.
You're kidding, right?
Passing the ball can be a strategy for offense or for a short rest for a player.
Showing photos of a player passing a ball to another player.
The first kind of penalties in goalball are personal penalties. First is a high ball penalty. A high ball occurs when the ball does not make contact with the floor before the high ball line, as shown in these 2 examples.
An athlete throws a ball over the high ball line.
Next is a long ball penalty. A long ball occurs when the ball does not make contact with the floor in the center neutral area, as shown in this example.
An athlete throws a ball which does not land in the neutral area.
An eye shades penalty. A player cannot touch their eye shades during gameplay without the official's permission, as shown in this example. The other kind of penalties are team penalties. First, 10 seconds. If a team takes longer than 10 seconds to throw the ball. Illegal coaching. If any member of a team at the team's bench speaks out while the ball is in play. Noise. If any member of the team makes noise while the ball is being thrown. For these team penalties, the opposing team will choose what member of the opposing team they want to defend the net for the penalty shot. For a full explanation of the rules of goalball, go to www.ibsasports.com/sports/goalball/rules-and-downloads. Each team will be allowed 4 timeouts of 45 seconds during the game. At least one of these timeouts must be taken during the first half, or this timeout will be lost. When a team has control of the ball, they can request a timeout by either calling out or by hand signals. Either team may request a timeout when play has been stopped by the referee. The 45 seconds of the timeout starts when the referee announces it and the requesting team by name. Any person in the team bench area is then allowed to enter the court. During the timeout, the two court referees will stand in the middle of the court with each referee facing each team. After 30 seconds, an audible signal is heard, and one of the referees will also call out 15 seconds remaining.
Close-up footage of 6 different teams during a timeout.
Official timeouts can be called for such things as too much noise or for eye shades or equipment checks. Each team will be allowed 4 substitutions during a game. At least one substitution must be taken during the first half of the game, or this substitution will be lost. In a tournament requiring eye patching, the player to be substituted into the game must be patched and ready for eye shade inspection when the referee announces the substitution. Any delay caused by a coach or a player to be substituted will result in a delay of game team penalty.
Various footage of referees checking athletes' patches and eye shades on the sidelines.
Wide, please. Play.
In a goalball game, there are 2 court referees. Each stand on either side of the court at each high ball line. There are also 4 goal judges, 1 official scorer, 1 official timer, 1 official backup timer, and 2 official 10-second timers.
Close-up photos of different referees watching the ball as it goes over the high ball line.
Here are some of the current referees of the sport.
I am Svetlana Moroz, a level 3 referee in goalball from Ukraine. I have been a goalball referee for over 15 years.
My name is Pablo Talavera. I am a level 1 international goalball referee from Argentina. I currently live in Canada since 2020.
Hello, I'm Hossein Adib from Iran. My refereeing level is international level 1 and I started refereeing around 2005. I achieved my international level 1 in Iraq.
I got to know goalball very accidentally. I got a call asking me to help, and I agreed. Yes, while training goalball. I got to know this fascinating sport and fell in love with it. And this judging now gives me inspiration and the opportunity to travel and meet very nice people all over the world. And it creates a sense of international community. Like a family, we say, our goalball family.
Well, I started with goalball in 2012 in Buenos Aires, Argentina. I started by coaching a team in the province of Buenos Aires, in the federal capital with adults. I gradually got involved in goalball, and in 2015 I attended my first referee clinic with Yamira Cordoba, who was a key figure in Argentina for goalball.
The most memorable moments are participation in the Paralympic Games in Rio de Janeiro in 2016 and in Tokyo in 2021. This is a mixture of emotions, pride, honor, responsibility. This is the peak of a career, which allows you to take part in the most prestigious tournaments in the world for athletes with disabilities. The first level of IBSA is the initial level. It is open to referees who already have 2 years of national experience, that is, officiating in their own countries. And to obtain this level, they must necessarily complete a theoretical course, pass practical and theoretical exams, after which they are already allowed to officiate unsanctioned IBSA tournaments and can also continue to officiate tournaments at the national level. After 3 years, each referee has the right to recertify again. That is, complete a theoretical course, pass exams, but already at the second level, and then these referees have the second level of IBSA certification and have the right to officiate already sanctioned IBSA tournaments. But except for the Paralympic Games and the World Championship, only third-level referees are allowed to officiate the World Championship Paralympic Games, and they must also have at least 3 years practical experience, having already the second level of certification, and take theoretical courses. Pass exams, that is, every 4 years, IBSA conducts recertification of referees to improve their qualifications. This is due to some changes in the competition rules. And during this period, referees can increase their level. The highest level is the third level. The first piece of advice is to listen and communicate. It's impossible to see on the court during a goalball game, so you have to rely on your hearing. Communication with the team will help you synchronize your actions to protect the goal. Don't be afraid, the ball is heavy. But you have to be ready to block the ball, so you have to learn the right defense. To avoid injuries, and one of the main tips is practice. Practice, practice, trust your team, and that will help you succeed.
For a full list of certified referees, referee programs, and procedures, go to www.ibsasports.com/sports/goalball/referees-and-officials. All over the world, countries hold goalball training camps to help develop and maintain skills of the athletes. Here is Adam Calumet, the coach of the Canadian national team, talking about this type of training camp in Canada.
This is, it's a special training camp, selection camp, obviously, for our national team of Canada, in that we have the senior men's national team, but we're also looking at some of our junior guys. So it's kind of a fusion of the elder statesmen that, have kind of been around it's not their first rodeo, and then some younger guys on their kind of way up as they begin their long careers in the sport of goalball. So it's definitely an interesting camp, and we weren't quite sure of how it would blend and fit together, but after a day and a half, I think it's been pretty smooth and seamless. I think it's a testament to the quality of the guys that we do have across Canada, that these young guys can come in and face some stronger, more powerful, more intense shots and gameplay from the older guys. So I think, if we can improve, we're certainly, one of the key things that I'm trying to bring into the culture of our senior men's national team is the fitness element of making sure that we're taking care of the things that we can take care of on our own as far as our lifestyles and preparation for international competition. Because we already have the talent. There's an abundance of talent in this sport in Canada. So I think that's a key thing of really creating that elite athlete mentality and executing on that. And I think our guys have done a fantastic job, the senior guys already in my year and a half involved with the team, in kind of embodying that, and it's kind of spreading to the younger guys, and I think it's influencing the younger guys in a great way. So the team culture obviously was a big part of it. Kind of creating that positive team culture, but certainly the fitness elements and just maximizing on the ability and the talent that we already have. Yeah.
In order to continue the growth of goalball and to develop and improve the skills of the young athletes in the sport, Junior teams around the world compete nationally and internationally. Here are some junior girls from Canada and Chile explaining their involvement in the sport. First, the junior girls from Chile.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Yáñez from the La Manada Blind Club. I'm from Chile and I also participate in the Chilean Goalball team.
Hello, my name is Melanie Olave. I'm from Viña del Mar, Chile, and I'm currently participating in the AIN Sports Club, an organization also from Chile in the city of Valdivia, where I've been participating for 3 years.
Hello, my name is Camila Moreno. I'm currently 19 years old. I play for the club La Manada de Oranque, and I'm from the metropolitan region.
My name is Jimena Balboa. I'm from the Lanco commune in Chile. My organization is Club Deportivo Antú, and I've been with the club for 8 years.
Well, Goalball here in Chile started around the time I began, about 10 years ago, and I learned about it through an organization called Maximo Project. From there, Goalball gradually grew, and now mostly through social media or simply by word of mouth among visually impaired people. They share the information that there is a sport they can try and practice, and the places where it's practiced. Mostly in clubs, they can approach the coaches or directly contact the national team or the committee for the Paralympics.
Well, here in Chile we have the National Sports Institute, in my case the commune of Lanco, the municipality, and our club's social media.
In 2017, my first international competition was in Lima, which I believe was a para-South American event. Then I had a South American tournament in Argentina, followed by a Copa de las Americas in Brazil, then our Pan American here in Chile, and the latest was another Copa de las Americas in Brazil.
Well, Ainul participates every year in the Chilean Volvo League and has also participated in the Paranational Games, another tournament held here in Chile. On my own, I also participate in the National League of Brazil, this year in Series B.
Well, internationally, I played in the Pan American Games in Bogota, Colombia, and nationally, well, I play in the league.
Joining this sport is very beautiful, interesting. It really helps to break the routine. Personally, for me, it has been a sport of emotional rehabilitation, and it's beautiful. Dare to try it, get to know it, and be a part of it.
Yes, I feel that goalball is a very important sport for people with visual disabilities because it shows you that you can play sports, that you can do many things. It's a very physically demanding sport, so it involves a lot of discipline and professional level training. But I feel we need to improve it a bit culturally in Chile. Into the training programs in schools, it would be great. They should teach all Paralympic sports to create a culture where people can see and enjoy sports, not just people with disabilities. This way, people with visual disabilities would know from a young age that they have the possibility to play sports, and there wouldn't be this idea of I don't play sports because I didn't know I could, or I don't play goalball because I didn't know about it. This way, we improve Paralympic sports overall.
And now here's two junior girls from Canada.
My name is Elena Hung and I'm from Toronto, Ontario.
My name is Lily King and I'm from Cornwall, Ontario.
What inspired me was always playing with sighted kids, and Goalball finally gave me a place where I could belong.
The best advice I've been given is to not let a winning game by our opponent dictate how the rest of your tournament will go.
I think the best advice is that if you always try your hardest, you'll always win.
So how is a goalball tournament organized? Here is Glenn Wade, the president of the Ontario Blind Sports Association in Canada, that explains some of the processes involved.
My name is Glenn Wade. I'm president of the Ontario Blind Sports Association. I've been in the position for 13 years and I'm working out of Kitchener, Ontario. So a lot goes into a goalball planning a tournament. You've got to identify a venue where you've got a lot to consider as far as the shape of the gym, if you will. It's played on a court same size as a volleyball court, so the type of flooring comes into consideration. Then it comes down to availability, the timing of the tournament. Being as there are a number of tournaments throughout the year, you try not to clash with other ones so that you can maximize your participation. Once you've identified the place and time, then you've got to consider what it's going to take to get people there, transportation, costs. You've got to consider volunteer base. You know, you've got to feed these athletes. You need the volunteers, the coaches, the support staff on the sidelines. It doesn't all just fall in place. And as an athlete years ago when I competed, you never really thought about all that structure, but there's a lot there. And it's kudos to all those volunteers we have out there, from referees to coaches to sideline volunteers that help us and help the athletes experience such amazing opportunities. I'd like to thank those and encourage them to continue, and anybody who's interested in supporting such amazing opportunities, by all means reach out to that blindsports.on.ca and come forward and let us know you're interested. In order to find participants to participate, we typically reach out through schools and community centers to introduce the sport. Our program manager, Richard Amelard, would go into schools to the gym classes really through usually contact of the vision teacher, introduce if there's a blind student in that class and introduce it that way. We rely on other blind organizations' referrals as well. Parasport Ontario be one of the organizations, CNIB, Canadian National Institute for the Blind, referring members again to sport opportunities with us. Once people have experienced goalball and want to play it more, want to learn more about it, we have clubs in place at the community level, several communities across Ontario. We've got London, Kitchener, Brantford, Toronto, Ottawa, Kingston, Sudbury as some of our founding clubs, where they would meet from October till April, typically weekly or bi-weekly, depending on the interest in that community. And we have coaches in place to help support those opportunities, and where people can learn more about the game, just participate and decide if they want to take it to a higher, more competitive level, where we have programs in place to support our Ontario teams.
The success of a goalball team is not only by the dedicated athletes, but also by the coaches of those teams. Here are several coaches from around the world speaking about their experiences as a coach, their strategies, and how they motivate their players.
My name is Gabriel Goulart Siqueira, and I have been a goalball coach for 13 years. Currently, I am the coach of Club Capital CTF here in Brasilia, which is the capital of our country. I am also the coach of the Brazilian men's junior national team.
Hi, my name is Jen McMillan. I have been a coach of goalball since 2008. I started coaching the senior women's goalball team and was their coach for 9 or 10 years, where we won senior national champions every year. And they've continued to keep up with that winning streak ever since. In 2015, I was also the head coach for the Canadian junior youth goalball team, where we went to Colorado Springs in 2015 and competed. I did take some time off and was a referee in the sport, but I am now back to coaching, and I mainly focus on the junior girls goalball team. But I also sit on the bench for the senior women's and men's Ontario provincial teams.
Hello, my name is Jeff Harmer. I am a coach at Winchester Goalball Club in England, I coach the Super League team at the club. I've been there as a sort of a member for about 12 years, but I didn't really pick up coaching from until about 5-6 years ago, where I used to coach our intermediate team, and then when our club chairman decided to go on a bit of sabbatical to another country, I took over both the intermediate and the Super League coaching, and now I just do the Super League. I sort of coach our team, the Super League.
My name is Beatriz Bonfim, and I've coached teams in Brazil, teams in Portugal, and teams in Spain. In Brazil, I coached PRDV, CEPREV, Instituto Atom, and also the Brazilian women's goalball team. In Portugal, CEC, I was the assistant coach of the Portuguese national team. In Spain, I coached Madrid Sur, Rayo de Maratala, Megas, and Teclado. I've been working with goalball for 18 years.
My name is Adam Kelamet. I coach the men's Canadian goalball team. I've been coaching goalball and this team for about 1.5 years.
In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. Sami El Gamri, goalball coach for the blind. I've coached many teams, including local and international teams. I've been coaching since 1996. I've coached teams from Egypt, Jordan, Libya, and Saudi Arabia.
So how did I get into coaching? Well, it all started back in 2013, where I brought my son, Paddy Harmer, to a training session, and he fell in love with the sport. He was only 8 years old, and he kept coming back, and so being a dad, I carried on taking him to goalball training sessions, and it all kind of just went from there. I just kept going, and then I got more and more involved. I started helping out at tournaments, sort of whether it be goal judging or working on the table, and then eventually I came on as an assistant coach, and then went to head coach.
I entered the field of goalball coaching in search of achieving the growth and successes I couldn't achieve through playing.
First, I started as a volunteer at an event, and it was from this event, the World Games held in Brazil in 2007, that I discovered goalball and fell in love with it. The goalball bug, the adapted sport, bit me, and I saw there an opportunity for a different sport which is not adapted from any other. And that's exactly what drove me to work, to see the overcoming in something that is not adapted but specifically created for people with visual impairment.
My journey in goalball began at the end of 2012 when the athletes from the Brazilian national team returned from the London Paralympics and went to the Olympic centers to show the silver medals they had won that year. That's when I got to know the sport. I was invited to start working with the team here in Brasilia. I fell in love with this sport, and since then I have been developing, studying and perfecting my work with this sport that I am passionate about, goalball. I usually motivate my athletes mainly through teamwork, cohesion and their integration, because the day-to-day is very challenging.
The players by telling stories, successes of different teams and national teams, examples from former players, and stirring their enthusiasm to raise the flag of their country.
I try to motivate my players by, frankly, embodying and portraying my time and what being an elite athlete at professional level, at a high level, meant to me. And can I, impart any motivational wisdom to them as far as, although I wasn't a goalball, athlete, I still think that there's a lot of crossover in sport, right? No matter what the sport. So I think I try to motivate them by demonstrating my expectations, my standard for myself and teammates that I've had or coaches that I've had and what's been expected of me at high levels, and kind of show that same expectation and standard for them. And that comes by way of, frankly, conversation, tone of how you address a training session, a game, a laugh at the lunch table at the hotel, or out to dinner with the team. Every waking moment, frankly, is a moment for me to motivate our guys to be 1% better every day. I mean, it's they'll be the first to tell you that's a battle cry of mine that I live by, and I always will. I think it's integral for these athletes to keep pushing themselves at least 1% better every day, because, as I said, there is a lot of ability with this group. So if we can push ourselves and push each other, the sky's the limit.
So the way I motivate players is, wow, that's a really difficult question to answer. I just sort of try and get their blood pumping. I try to get them excited, get them thinking positive thoughts, get them really fired up. And it depends. Some people are motivated in different ways. So I just try what I can.
First and foremost, as a coach, I think it's important to get to know your athletes on a personal level, knowing their personality, knowing their likes and dislikes. You are the coach, so you still have to be professional, but I think if you build that mutual respect with them, that forms a special bond, which allows you to help motivate them at practice by keeping things fun and engaging. So when I go to practice, I don't do drill after drill, because then it becomes boring and they may get frustrated and not want to come out. So if I can keep things fun and engaging and change things up a little bit, I think that motivates them to come out and want to play and work on things to improve their game. But as long as we have that mutual respect and they know they can come to me and they can give their input, and maybe they can offer ideas for different drills that they want to work on at practices.
The work in high performance is tough, so it's necessary to have this cohesion to keep the boys together with a very good energy so they can withstand the demands and loads of training. So we conduct small games, we also work on the playful aspect and mainly give them objectives, which are the competitions. Every weekend we try to find competitions, and when we can't find preparatory competitions, we hold internal competitions to keep these athletes motivated.
My players are primarily motivated by team spirit and family spirit. And then I don't give feedback all the time. I work with them little by little. So there are times, yes, when I give positive feedback and correct what needs to be corrected. And other times I leave it a bit more open to see if they can understand what's happening. But I always motivate with kind words and always lift them up. Never put them down. I never shout. I'm never rude or offensive in any way. It's always positive motivation.
During timeouts and substitutions, we have 45 seconds, 30 of which are for the coach with the players. The coach must briefly highlight the mistakes and weaknesses of the opposing team and the strengths to motivate and guide the players how they can execute these instructions in the shortest time possible.
So timeout, obviously in a game you only get 4 timeouts, so you got to use your first one in the first half, so I'll always make sure I do use that. Then it really is, there's no real strategy with timeouts and subs. You just kind of, every game's different, so you kind of start with maybe a rough plan, but it always changes. So I'll start with saying, okay, we'll do 1 sub, 1 timeout in the first half, but then something might change. You might have to use 2 of one or the other. I do try and save at least 1 of each towards, so if in the dying minutes of the game I need to change things up a bit, then at least I've got that in my back.
Yes, as far as substitutions and timeouts in the heat of a game, there's certainly strategy. Depending on the ebb and flow of the game, I think that's where the strategy comes in. If it's a moment where we need to slow the game down, where we're fatigued, it's been a dogfight, we're back and forth, but maybe we've got a lead. Maybe I'm going to use more timeouts, right, to get our guys the rest. But if we've got a comfortable lead, maybe I'm making substitutions to get a guy who needs the minutes, needs the experience on court to face, a good opponent, regardless of the score in that moment. But yeah, to try to kill the momentum of opposition or save us some energy, I think that's a strategy that we're always going to be looking at. Or if it's to ensure that we've got a 10-second shot clock. There's moments to figure out little changes that we can make. Depending on where we've controlled the ball on the court, the immediate timeout might be the moment to reset and get the ball in the hands of a guy who's one of our stronger shooters, so we can just open up right away if we need to make a push for a lead or equalizing goal. So yeah, certainly.
In our team, yes, we have strategies both in timeouts and substitutions. In goalball, it's essential to have strategy. It's a very dynamic game, so the importance of strategy helps us get out of complicated situations in the game and also helps us maintain the game's dynamics and especially the game's rhythm.
My substitutions and my technical decisions are based on the needs of the game and are primarily thought out to use these times so I can effectively talk to them and give some kind of information. If an athlete is a bit below the level or I notice they haven't effectively entered the game, then yes, they are substituted and I put another in, take this athlete to talk to them on the bench and try to bring them back. If I see I can't count on them, they'll stay on the bench and the other athlete stays there. Timeouts are called according to the game situation. If they're conceding too many goals, if their mindset isn't right, if I see they're very nervous and I need to calm them down, or if we need to make a play, strategic to score and get ahead or tie, something like that.
I don't really have any strategies because every game you play is different, but I do try and keep an eye on the players on court to see if they're getting frustrated, if they're getting tired and need that little break. But I do try and keep a substitution or timeout near the end of the game, as sometimes that can be crucial, especially if you're tied or up or down by a goal. So it's good to have that at the end of a game.
The moment that is unforgettable in my life was when we returned from the African Championship in 2007, specifically at Cairo Airport, when one of the Egyptian national team players apologized for not achieving the gold medal, which affected me emotionally. I told the player verbatim, "You and your teammates were the reason I wore my first international medal in my life."
A very memorable moment in my career as a coach was in 2023 at the World Championship in England, where I was coaching the women's national team, the Brazilian women's team, and we played a game to reach the final against Japan. The game was very intense. It ended 1-1 and went to penalties. In the penalties, it also ended in a tie, and then in the alternates, we ended up losing. But it was a game that left many emotions, many lessons, and this game was memorable for me. After that, we competed for the bronze medal, managed to beat the Canadian team and left the World Championship with the bronze medal. And this medal also helped Brazil secure a spot for the Paris Paralympics.
In my career as a coach, I can say I have a collection of memorable moments. And I can say, for example, suddenly from the 3 countries I've been to and still am, with goalball in Brazil, I think the most memorable moment was when I managed to win the first Brazilian championship as a female and reached with the men's team of PIDG, which was the team I worked with for the first time also in the Brazilian Championship. They didn't win, but they secured a spot for the first time. In Spain, it was my first national title with the men's team in the first division. Now we are two-time league champions and national champions, current national champions of Spain, and that is also memorable. And in Portugal, it was the 3 consecutive titles in the first year I was there.
I think my most memorable moment would be when I was the head coach for the junior women's team in 2015. I was so proud of the girls for the whole tournament, but we made it to the gold medal game and we were playing Team USA, and it was a pretty back and forth game. Probably in the second half, we were tied 2-2, and then we got up by 1 goal, and solid defense to the end, and there was probably only 7 seconds left. We blocked the ball. I called the timeout at this point and went out to the girls and said, hold the ball, and we're gonna win the gold medal. It probably didn't hit me till that final game buzzer went off, but when it did, just the tears came out. I was so proud of those girls, how well they played, and being able to say that we're bringing a gold medal home for Canada.
I've visited many countries, both African and European. For example, I've visited Libya, Kenya, Algeria, the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and Finland.
Thanks to Goalball, we have been able to visit several countries. So we have been to Sweden, we have been to Turkey, we have been to France, I have been to Germany, I have been to Chile, I have been to England. So it's a sport that has already given me the opportunity to visit several countries, and I continue working, I continue striving to represent our country well.
My advice that I would give to athletes that want to come into the sport of goalball, especially from my lens, my piece of this puzzle is with the national team, right? So I think like anything in life, or and certainly in sport, if you want to be the best of the best, which we are creating here and building together, you have to live that daily. You have to embody that lifestyle, right? It's not just I've got the strongest arm in my province of Alberta or Nova Scotia, Quebec, whatever it may be, so I'm on the team. It's no, because in other countries there's a lot of the best and they're fighting tooth and nail for their spot. So I think my advice would be, if this is something you truly want, that intrinsic motivation has to come not just when we are in a training camp or at international competition and you start preparing a couple days before that, a couple weeks. That's not enough. It's got to be every waking moment of your life, that your mentality should be, I'm an elite athlete. I am the best of the best in my country, certainly in my province and in my country, for a reason. I think it has to start to become less of just something that I do to more of, I want you to truly embody everything that it means to be on this national team. Play as much as you can. Find a provincial organization or within your province, an organization that practices and trains, because there's no secret that practice makes perfect. Cliches are cliche for a reason. So I think if you have that motivation, that intrinsic motivation, and you step onto the court with us, you'll reap what you sow in the end. So I think that's the biggest thing is the culture, your own self-culture of what it means to be a goalball athlete on our national team, and how that plays into our team structure.
My main advice to anyone trying to get into goalball is just go and watch some games. Look at it on YouTube, find some streams. Go and find your nearest club. Go along and get involved. You don't have to play straight away because it is quite a scary game. I know, I've tried it. Wouldn't do it again. But get involved. Whether it's volunteering, whether it's playing or what have you, just try. Get to know the people.
A piece of advice I give to athletes who are starting out, beginning in goalball, is to put in a lot of effort put in a lot of effort. It's a sport that requires dedication and especially study. It's important to have your cognitive skills sharpened so you can better understand game strategies and especially be dynamic. Work on the variations of stimuli, because the more the athlete has this ability to vary their game, the easier it will be to score a goal. So it's very important for the athlete to strive to improve their cognitive skills, improve their movement on the court and their game variation, always seeking higher performance.
I advise every blind person and sports practitioner that sports are about self-fulfillment. Seek your identity and success. Listen to your inner voice and your own voice to achieve success in sports.
I would just tell anyone that if they're interested to give it a try. You're not going to know if you like it unless you try it. It's such a unique sport, specifically geared for athletes who are visually impaired. And from all the athletes I've talked to and coached, they say it puts them all on an equal playing field. Even if you are sighted, it's good to go under simulation and try it. Myself as a coach have gone on and played the game, and I think that helps me better understand where they're coming at and helps me coach them better. So I just think you need to try it and see if you like it. And also the Goalball family is so tight-knit and we're just one big happy family. I always say it's like my second family, and it's a great way for the athletes to make friends, lifelong friends, and meet other people just like them.
And now, the athletes.
All around the world, in more than 99 countries, athletes play the sport of goalball. Some try it for a short time for the experience, and some dedicate their time to improve and compete in many tournaments. Here are some athletes sharing their time and experience in the sport.
The flag of Australia.
Hello, my name is Sydney Whipp. I live in Brisbane, Australia, and I've been playing goalball for 9 years now.
The flag of Argentina.
My name is Patricio Finoli. I usually play on the right, although I play in all three positions, and I've been playing goalball since 2003 for 22 years.
The flag of Canada.
My name is Ahmed Abu Al-Zidian. I live in Brantford, Ontario, Canada. I've been playing goalball since I was 13 years old. Now I'm 26, so I've been playing goalball for 13 years.
Hi, I'm Blair Nesbitt. I'm from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
My name is Bryce Parker, and I'm from London, Ontario, Canada, and I've played goalball for about 12 years now.
Hi, my name is Emma Ranke. I'm from Ottawa, Ontario. I have been playing goalball for about 13 years, and I'm currently on Team Canada.
My name is Harry Nickerson. I am from Halifax, Nova Scotia in Canada, and I've been playing goalball for 6 years now.
Hi, I'm John T. I'm from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and I've been playing goalball since 2006.
My name is Nick Gentleman. I am from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, and I have been playing goalball for 12 years.
My name is Mark Prue, and I am from Brantford, Ontario, originally Sudbury, and I've been playing goalball for 29 years, soon to be 30.
My name is Peter Parsons. I'm from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, and I've been playing goalball for 20 years.
Raki Kareem, Brantford, Ontario, and I've been playing goalball for 11 years.
My name is Stephanie Leach. I currently live in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I'm originally from Ontario, Canada. I played goalball from 2003 until 2017, so 14 years.
The flag of Chile.
Hello, my name is Ariel C. I'm from Santiago, Chile, and I've been playing goalball for 13 years.
The flag of Iran.
In the name of God, I am Sajjad Degan, a former member of the Iranian national goalball team playing in the center position, and in 2014 I participated in the World Championships in Finland. Currently I am working in Fars province, Shiraz city, and I am interested in coaching. My coaching certificate is currently in Iran, and I really want to achieve higher levels, top grades and international levels and do my coaching work well.
The flag of Israel.
I'm Gal Hamrani, the center for the Israeli national team. I've been playing for 20 years, starting at age 12 thanks to my coach. 20 years ago, there wasn't a women's team in Israel yet, and he was the coach of the boys team. He decided to start a team, and luckily he was my physical education teacher at school. He invited me to try this sport for the first time. I had never heard of it or knew it existed. I didn't even know there was such a thing as sports specifically for the blind.
The flag of Portugal.
My name is João Motana, and I'm Portuguese. I've been playing goalball since I was 12. So I have to do the math. Since 2012.
The flag of Spain.
My name is Daniel Sanchez. I'm 24 years old and I'm from Zaragoza, but I live in Madrid. I've been playing goalball since I was 11.
The flag of Sweden.
My name is Ola Freiberg and I am 25 years old. I have played goalball for the past 11 years now and I live in Gothenburg, Sweden.
The flag of the USA.
Hello, my name is Christopher Morgan. I am from Atlanta, Georgia, and I've been playing goalball for about 3.5 years now.
Hello, my name is Daryl Cecil Walker. I currently reside in Sandy, Oregon, and I have been playing goalball for 25 years.
My name is Jason Capati. I live here in South Jersey, Beverly, New Jersey, right outside of Philadelphia, and I have been playing goalball for 15 plus years now.
My name is John Kusku. I live in Commerce Township, Michigan, USA, and I have been playing goalball competitively for 27 years.
My name is Tim Utzig. I'm from the Washington, D.C., Baltimore area, and I've been playing goalball for 13 years.
My name is Tyler Marin from the United States of America, and I've been playing goalball since May of 1999, so about 26 years.
I first got into goalball in 2016 when I had 2 retinal detachments due to one of my eye conditions, and I could no longer play soccer. I specifically remember my final training night where I was just running around like a headless chicken, not being able to see the ball, and from that moment on I was really sad. So I was like, well, what can I do now with my free time? I got all this energy as a kid. I want to get it out somehow. So, and then I found goalball through some volunteers, amazing volunteers, showed me the sport, and I started playing it in 2016 when I was 10, and I've been in love ever since.
I started playing goalball at the age of 13 from school.
I got into goalball at a very young age, participating in sports camps that were facilitated for vision impaired people around the community.
I got into goalball when I was about 14, when I went to W. Ross McDonald in Brantford, Ontario, School for the Blind and Low Vision. I started playing throughout high school and eventually onto the national team.
I got right into goalball after I was diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa when I was 10 years old. And my mom had a contact at APSI, which is the School for the Blind in Nova Scotia in the Atlantic Provinces. And I met Peter Parsons, and he was my first coach.
So I got into goalball I was in the 10th grade of high school. My vision teacher brought me to a tech conference for some technology at the time, and she introduced me some other people my age who were going to other summer activities. And these guys were telling me about this sport called goalball and how I should come and check it out. And I remember seeing it as a kid and it looked kind of boring. But they told me it's like, oh, you got to see the adults play. And so a week or so after that, I went and saw it and I was like, yo, this is way better looking than when the kids do it. And since then, I've been playing.
I started playing goalball recreationally at the School for the Blind in Ontario. I participated in those residence teams sports, and then started playing for the provincial team in 2006. In 2007, I got selected for the junior Canadian team.
Wow, I love the purple hair.
I started playing goalball on a small team here in Portugal. It's called the Lisbon Cap.
I used to do individual team sports like swimming, athletics, judo, and I heard about goalball as a team sport to share experiences with teammates. I tried it and have been playing ever since.
The first time I came in contact with goalball was a couple of years ago. I was 14 years old, and I was in a group at the local hospital with other teenagers and youth who had a visual impairment. One of the guys there was in the local goalball team here in Gothenburg, and he took us to this venue actually, and to try the sport out. And I have been an athlete my entire life. I've done athletics, football, etc. But when I came to goalball and this community, I completely fell in love at once.
I got into the game through this summer camp that I attended back in 2017, but I actually didn't develop a real love for the game and start playing on the team until 2022 when I was 14 years old.
I first got into goalball growing up in New Jersey. I was involved in a lot of programs for the blind and visually impaired as a child. I went to Camp Marcella, which was a summer camp, sleepaway summer camp, 2-week camp where they had us living independently in cabins, doing different activities, and that camp is where I first was exposed to goalball during the physical education portion of that. And through other programs, I met other active players, former Paralympians, and I was hooked the first time I tried it.
I got into goalball after I lost my sight at the age of about 12 years old. After losing my vision, I transferred to the Maryland School for the Blind, where I got introduced to goalball at the middle school and high school level as a sport that I could play as someone with a visual impairment. I had no idea the sport or the community even existed, but from there on it was a whirlwind, and it's never slowed down.
I started playing goalball because of a sports education camp that was held at Western Michigan University every year since the late 70s, I think maybe early 80s. And the camp brings in students, athletes, youth who are blind and visually impaired, and teaches them how to do different sports. So wrestling and judo, track and field, swimming. Goalball was one of those sports, and the first time I got into it, I picked it up right away. It was a lot of fun. Came from a family of athletes, and I was always about team sports, and so right away took to the sport of goalball because of that team aspect and being able to just go out there and play and not have to worry about my vision.
Other than me, what is it about goalball do you enjoy the most?
What I love most about playing goalball is traveling. Luckily, I've traveled a lot playing goalball, and it's something I really enjoy. And meeting new people and getting to know people from other countries and the camaraderie that develops among all the players in the world.
I enjoy goalball because it's such a competitive sport, and you get to meet so many new people around the world and have new experiences with athletic competitions.
I think the thing I enjoy most about goalball is probably the team aspect of the sport. I have a background in gymnastics, which is obviously a solo sport, and I think I like having that camaraderie and teamwork built into the sport, as well as scoring lots of goals. So that's always fun.
I really like the competitive nature of goalball, the team aspect of goalball. I think it's really special to be able to put on the maple leaf and be able to play for my country.
What I enjoy the most about playing goalball is because I'm a decently high B2, I played a lot of sports as a kid. I played basketball, soccer, played on the jungle gym, played tag and all that kind of stuff. And there were certain parts of it that I was okay at, some that I had a hard time. But for goalball, you're involved in everything. You're involved in the offense, you're involved in the defense, you can test all these different things, try out a bunch of stuff, and it just provides a whole bunch of different actions that you can do and all that kind of stuff, and it's fun, high pace and everything. So yeah, it's just exciting.
What I enjoy about goalball the most is that it is a team sport. It's communication. It's the ability of training your ears to track the ball. It's predicting where the ball is going to go. And I think in the long run, it actually helps us with our day-to-day life so that we can better travel in society, because we're used to listening to car patterns, and then goalball, you got to listen to the patterns where the ball's going. So it kind of helps us in the long run traveling in society and becoming good citizens to travel around. So it kind of is a great training exercise that way, but it's very inclusive and a great sport to bring sighted people to appreciate what blind people experience every day by wearing a blindfold. So all in.
What is it about goalball that I enjoy the most? Probably just the camaraderie. I was always a sporty kid growing up, but being born visually impaired, it's very hard to find a sport you can be good at, and you know, I was never really good at anything else, but I love to go out there and play and compete hard. So when I found goalball when I was 12, I realized it was an opportunity for me to really go at something, and I have the potential to, you know, become, you know, one of the best in the world. It's an equal playing field. So what I love about the sport is the camaraderie, the teamwork, and the opportunity it provides to those who have been given a tough deck of cards to start off life.
I think what I enjoy the most about goalball is the camaraderie, the you know, the friends that I've made, and you know, getting to travel with my teammates, whether they're my Nova Scotia teammates or my Canadian national teammates.
I think what I enjoy the most about goalball is the fast pace of the game, the competition, the camaraderie between players and those around the world who enjoy the sport.
What do I enjoy about goalball? The tough, intense, close matches. Those where not even a pin can fit in, because they particularly demand my best concentration and best physical performance.
What I love about this sport is the equality. Once everyone covers their eyes and we're given equality, I'm judged on how talented I am, not on what I see, which was the case in other sports in the past. I've always loved engaging in sports, but I didn't have the opportunity to do it in the best way possible. I love most about the game is the social aspect and the teamwork, which is really about both the ball and the girls. My team consists of 5 amazing girls, each of whom I love.
What I like most about goalball is being able to share successes and learnings with the team, and that all the work is part of all the players and the coaching staff, not just one person.
Goalball, surprisingly, as I said before, I didn't really like it at first, but then I started to enjoy it, was that it was the first sport where I was able to feel completely confident in my ability to perform in a sporting activity.
So the thing I love most about goalball are 3 things actually. It's the team sport, it is the level of play, and it is the uniqueness. To begin with the team, it's amazing to be part of something bigger than oneself, to be part of a team, to collaborate, to work together to a goal that we have set together, and to succeed in that is just amazing. And the second thing, the level of play, it looks like a simple sport, but we who practice it, we know how much it takes, how much focus, how much physics, and everything. It's amazing how complex it is and how much you have to really put down. And then the third thing, the uniqueness, is, to my knowledge at least, it's the only parasport who doesn't have a comparison in the non-para sports. So otherwise we look at like wheelchair basketball or athletics for blind people, but Goalball has developed for us with visual impairment only, and it's amazing to be part of something that is so unique.
What I enjoy the most about Goalball is how everybody's on an even playing field. Unlike other adaptive sports for the blind, you're not relying on a volunteer or another sighted member of your team to excel.
So, the thing that I love about Goalball the most kind of comes from the first time I went to the sports education camp in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and got put down the court from a guy named Carl. And on one of the very first plays, the ball hit me square in the nose, and I got my one and only bloody nose in my entire life. That's what got me hooked in the sport, and that's the thing that I love about it, that it's a real sport, that there is danger, that we're playing competitively against people that really don't care if we get hurt. They just want to score. And that is absolutely my favorite part.
The thing about Goalball that I love the most is it's a competitive sport for blind people, which, you know, sounds obvious, but when I first lost my vision, I didn't think there would be a sport that I could compete in at a very serious level with, you know, super lofty goals to reach for. So it's that means the most to me, that fact that there's an outlet like that to be ultra competitive and have this great community.
The thing that I enjoy most about Goalball is that it seems like a pretty pure sport to me as far as the accommodations go. Everybody wears a blindfold, so there's no use of vision whatsoever. Growing up, I was always pretty active, pretty athletic, and I started losing the ability to compete in sports, but not because I wasn't willing to work hard. It was because I couldn't see, especially a ball sport, basketball, baseball, soccer. And when I found Goalball, it was great because the fact that I was losing vision didn't matter. I could still compete at a high level, and it was more about the work that I wanted to put in. And I just fell in love with it because it was so much fun. And I got around other athletes who were in the same boat that I was in, and we worked together, and it's just, the teamwork was amazing, and just fell in love with the sport from there.
The best tournament I've ever been in, I would have to say, would probably be my first national team event over in Malmo, Sweden in 2018.
I have had the privilege of going to 2 Paralympics, Tokyo 2020 and Paris 2024. I think that those are my very top competitions that I've been in, besides World Championships. There's something really special and unifying about those.
The best tournament I've been in is, there are interesting ways to answer that, because some tournaments were exciting, some it's about location, time. So I guess one of my favorite ones are the first time I represented Canada. It was 2009 World Juniors in Colorado Springs, USA. That was my first time playing for Canada, representing, and we did really well. We lost in the gold medal game by a goal to the Americans, but that was a good group, and at least half of that group is still playing Goalball up till now. So that's one good fun memory, and I have so many memories, but that's definitely up there.
Best tournament I've been in. The old Michigan tournaments were pretty cool. They were fun, just seeing all the different divisions and the skill levels and all the players throughout the U.S. and other countries. So, you know, some guys may think of it as, you know, just another tournament, but now it's no longer a thing. I would say, and I only got to take part in a couple of years when I was young. I'd say Michigan's by far my favorite.
I would say the greatest tournament internationally that I've been involved in would have been the World Championships in Portugal in 2022. It was just a great experience being a part of the World Championships, and it was quite well organized, and although we didn't get the result we hoped for that tournament, it was a lot of fun to be there with the guys and to meet people from around the world. There's 16 men's and 16 women's teams, and so it was great to get to meet a lot of people and be involved with such a high level tournament.
The best tournament I think I've been in, well, I know for sure was the last one, most recent IBSA American Championships, which is this past July 2025. That happened in Sao Paulo, Brazil. So that was an awesome experience for me. It was my first international competition.
The most significant tournament for me, actually, there are two. One is Seoul in 2015, where we qualified for the Olympics for the first time. The second is Paris, where the Israeli team as a whole won a medal in goalball for the first time, an Olympic silver medal. It was definitely exciting.
Well, I've participated in some European championships, but the most special for me was the last one last year in Italy in 2024, where we secured our place in the European B League in the last match against Belgium for the 7th and 8th place with a golden goal.
The best tournament, or the highest tournament, so to speak, I would say is probably the World Championship in 2018. It was my first senior championship, actually, and it was on home pitch in Malmö in Sweden. And it was an amazing way to start a career as a team member of the national team as just an 18 years old. It was just amazing.
The best tournament would have to be this past national championships that happened in Colorado Springs, Colorado. It was the 2025 Men and Women's National Goalball Championship.
The best tournament I played in was the 2016 Paralympics in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. The fans were amazing. There were huge crowds. It was really hard to get those crowds to be quiet. They didn't really know the rules of goalball, but you could tell that they like enjoyed watching the sport and just being part of that, competing against other teams who were really good, and hearing those fans, before, during, and after the game was pretty incredible.
The best tournament I've been in was actually very recent. It was the 2025 USABA National Championships. I was playing with Washington, D.C., and I went to my first gold medal match and played against Daryl Walker and the King Cobras. And our game went to overtime. And while losing and coming out with the silver medal, it was a great learning experience and an awesome tournament to be a part of.
The best tournament I've been in is really hard to say because going to the Paralympic Games is so amazing. It's so prestigious. China, Japan, France, Brazil, they all put on really good tournaments, and the fanfare, it's just incredible. But I think the World Championships are my favorite because there's far more teams, and it's just such a long, exhausting tournament that I just love the high competitive, fast-paced level of the World Championships. If I had to pick a favorite one, I really liked Sheffield in 2010, but there's a whole bunch of them that are just amazing.
The favorite country of mine that I've been to for goalball would definitely be Japan. They are just such a welcoming country. Their athletes and staff are so polite and hospitable and friendly. I've been there twice now, and both times I enjoyed it. Of course, they're such a high-level country in terms of rankings, so you're always going to learn something from them, and I can't wait to go back.
Well, competing at home is always wonderful. I like playing in Argentina. But as I just said, Brazil seems to me to have one of the best leagues in the world, with a lot of competitiveness, a high level, a lot of seriousness and commitment from the athletes, the coaches, the referees, and everyone who works for goalball in Brazil. So I think when Argentina is not competing, the team I usually root for is Brazil and my friends who play on that team.
My favorite country is probably
Probably like Chile or Peru. There's a lot of history and a lot of cool things to see and experience.
One of my favorite countries I've been to for goalball would have to be Berlin, Germany, as there's such a vibrant community around there, and they run a very well organized tournament, allowing all the athletes to really focus on competition.
What is my favorite country that I've been to for competition? Well, I've only been to 3, including Canada. So I would say Portugal. I've been to the US and Portugal. So Portugal was really cool. We were over there in 21 for the World Club Championships. I was with the Vancouver Goalball Club at that point. Really cool town Lisbon is. We were there for 8 days. Got to do some sightseeing, check out some cool stuff around there. It was my first time in Europe actually. So really cool experience and a really cool tournament with a lot of high-end international players.
The country I enjoyed playing goalball the most, both in sports and culturally, personally, was Argentina in 2014 to 15 and the last in 2019. I had a great time. I got to know another level of sports, other very good players. I learned a lot from them. So I had a great time in that country, Argentina without a doubt.
I've traveled to different countries, mostly in Europe, but where I've always enjoyed playing goalball outside of Spain has been in Portugal.
The most exotic and amazing country I've been to during my time as an athlete, I must say, is Australia. I went there in 2019 and it was an amazing experience. Then we in Gothenburg have a great collaboration with the guys in Rostock, Germany, and I have many great friends there, so I have to say Germany as well, of course.
My favorite country I've been to, so far I've only been to Canada, so I have to go with that one. The people were really nice and I really enjoyed just the general vibe of the place.
My favorite country I've been to for goalball is definitely Trinidad and Tobago. It was a developmental camp that I was fortunate to be invited to. A select group of us from the United States were invited to come down and help host a developmental camp for their international team, their new international program goalball team in Trinidad and Tobago. They were hosting a 3-day camp and tournament, and it was just such a special experience overall. That was the first time I played goalball outdoors.
My favorite country that I've been to for a goalball tournament is actually the UK. Between 2023 and 2024, I lived in England to do my master's program in podcasting. And while there, I made sure and I still competed in goalball and played for the London Elephants all year long, traveling with their club squad and competing against some of the best competition in the UK. So the UK is my favorite country that I've traveled to for a tournament.
The favorite country I've been to outside of North America is Turkey, or Turkey. My father is from Turkey, so it was really cool to go there to play in the qualifying tournament in 2011 and practice my Turkish and eat Turkish food and play goalball.
My favorite country that I've been to, there's so many good ones. USA. I'm kidding. Not really, but I really liked Spain. I liked Madrid. I thought the city was really nice. I really enjoyed Beijing. Rio is beautiful. A lot of the history in the European countries is amazing. There's so many fun things that we've done in the different countries we traveled to. A lot of great people that we've met. So it's really hard to pick one.
I've had a number of mentors in my playing career. The first few were the seniors on our team in BC. Doug Ripley, formerly of the national team, retired a while ago. Sean Marcellet, who I met she worked with youth, visually impaired youth in British Columbia, Vancouver. So I met a lot of people through them, and they were also multi-sport athletes, and they represented at world championships in different sports too, not just goalball. So I saw the way they played and the way they committed themselves, and talked to them about their sporting careers and like the highs and lows and the amount of effort and dedication you put in. So those two people are definitely like big mentors to me.
Had quite a few mentors. I look up to really all of my more senior players on the national team. They've all been very welcoming to me when I first came on, since I'm still considered a rookie to them. But I say like Peter Parsons and Mason Smith have also been critical to my development in sport.
Senor, what the?
I've had a few mentors, few awesome people that have showed me the sport and that I've learned from. When I started playing, I'm from Montreal, so I started playing for Quebec. And first it was somebody named Bruno who was on the national team for a very long time. He went to 2 Paralympics, I believe. So learning from him was awesome. He had a very good shot, very good leadership qualities. So learn from Bruno in my home province, and then as I got closer and onto the national pool and onto the national team, Blair's been an awesome leader. Blair Nesbitt, awesome leader, awesome captain, awesome friend.
The best advice I could receive from a coach in my time would be having to break the game down, whether it's from one throw at a time to one block at a time. It's just breaking the whole game down and making it simpler.
Best advice I've had from my coach is probably one ball at a time. That's our motto on Team Nova Scotia, and it's helped us win many national championships over the last 10 years.
Best piece of advice was probably just to be confident in my abilities, and to not doubt myself and be aggressive. That's one of the things when you're playing defense in goalball. I'm trying to block the ball. Be aggressive, be confident, and believe in my abilities.
The best piece of advice I've gotten from my coaches, I think, is to play one ball at a time, is kind of saying we have, and also to have fun. Because I think that if you're not having fun out there, you're not gonna to play your best, which is definitely something that I've experienced and encourage the young guys that I coach as well. And you have to be in the moment when you're thinking about playing one ball at a time, not getting too high with the highs, too low with the lows, or allow a goal and just letting it go and go on to the next player. If you score a goal, you're not too excited and let one in on the next shot. So I think that mental aspect of the game, I think, is probably the biggest piece of advice I've got from my coaches that I continue to pass on to the kids I coach.
Is there any team that's so good that I don't look forward to facing them? I don't think there's any team that I wouldn't want to face. I really enjoy playing goalball. It's great to win, but it's really fun to just play hard, and even if you do the best you can, still losing is okay. It just is part of all sports.
Teams that are so good that I don't look forward to facing them. Actually, no, it's the opposite. I love facing the teams that are top. The China's, Brazil's, Lithuania, Japan, Ukraine. I love going against the best. Like that is just, I get so fired up about that. The teams that are top notch in the world, anytime I get a chance to get on the court with them, it's so much fun because that's what I want. I want to stretch myself. I want to challenge myself to the max. And those teams are just so good. There's so many of them out there. Turkey and lots of other countries around, Iran, that they just so much fun to play against because their athletes are so top notch.
So, firstly, if I were afraid of a team, I would never announce it publicly. But we have also seen time and time again that anything can happen in sports, and especially in goalball. And yes, I get nervous, but I am never scared or afraid to play a team. going back on the previous question, being able to shift a mindset from scared or afraid to nervous is very important. And once again, not letting those nerves control you and how you play. I think that's one of the most important things that you can do in a high performance sport. I think getting so hyped up about being scared to play somebody can be very damaging to an individual or a team mindset in terms of mental performance.
The mindset I have going into an important competition is to be very energetic and team supportive, as your team is your family and you all need to work together. So having that energy and that commitment is what you need to have success in a tournament.
My mindset going into a tough competition is when, as a team, you're always going there to win and do the best you can. So I'm always like focused and like we're serious, but also for me especially, goalball is just fun. So you want to go in there, do your best, everything you can to win, but also still enjoy the game. Even after a tough loss, you take the frustration, all that kind of stuff, and then after you think about it, what you did good, what you did bad, and then after that you try and make yourself better. So always like striving to be better, do your best, get past the difficulties.
My mindset going into a competition is always trying to focus on defense. That's always been a weaker point in my game, and I know I can score goals when I need to and try and help out my team, so trying to stay positive as well while I'm on the court and not get too worked up if things start not going our way.
Nerves are something that I think are very common for just about everybody. I think that it's very important not to let your nerves control you. I definitely play better when I'm having fun. So trying not to have my nerves control me and be able to go out and have fun is the best place for me to be in.
Mindset in an important competition is you want to visualize how you're going to be, how you're going to play, everything about the competition, what you're going to do before and after, and then you just want to be have the mindset that you've done everything to prepare, and then you have you're relaxed about that, but you're also a little nervous. It's good to have a bit of nerves before competition, but you want to have the mindset where you've done everything you need to prepare, and now it's time to perform.
My mindset going into a tough match is that there's always going to be people better than us. There's always going to be teams that are better than us, and we know a goalball match can go any way. The thing that's most important is that everyone on the team does their part and does their best in every game.
I think my mindset going into a tough match is just that I need to lean on my preparation, lean on my training. We get so competitive in life, and we get so competitive in sport, and that's not a bad thing, right? That's good that we drive ourselves to be competitive, but in the end, it's a game, right? And so I think I go into tough matches knowing that I've prepared myself, that I'm at my peak and that I'm ready, but also knowing that win or lose, I've given it my all. My teammates, my coaches, my family, my country will still support me and be proud of what I've done. And I think that gives me a good balance of like nervous energy and excitement, while not being too emotional or jumpy when I go into a big match.
My mindset going into a tough match is my same mindset going into any match. I try to be relaxed, stay focused, and remind myself that, no one in this room cares about what's going on with me. They're just here to watch or play against me or play with me, and it's just my job to do the best I can.
Goalball affects me physically and mentally, and in some really positive ways. So, for a really long time, I trained to be the best athlete that I could be. So it improved my athleticism a lot. Mentally, I think it made me more aware of my challenges, my limitations. It helped me build my strengths. And to be perfectly honest, I think it just put a lot of life into perspective. When you're in the gold medal match against one of the best teams in the world, and the game is on the line and the pressure is on, a simple job interview or something else like that just doesn't seem like that big of a deal. I think it makes you, if you do it right, it can make you a better version of yourself. And so I think goalball has brought me to a better place in life. And it's something I'm always going to be thankful for.
If there was a rule I could change in goalball, it would be probably reducing the shot clock from 10 seconds down to 8, just to be able to make the game go a little faster.
For sure, if there was a rule I could change in the sport, what would it be? For sure, change or shorten the 10-second clock to the 8 to 8 seconds. So the 10-second clock starts the second a player blocks the ball, and the ball has to be across half court, heading back towards your opponent within 10 seconds. So I think to increase the speed of the game and to make it more entertaining for spectators and for players, I think we should shorten it from 10 seconds to 8 seconds.
It's not particularly a specific rule, but I think automated reffing would be really great because it would make calls super consistent and they'd be able to never miss a call. It could also increase the speed of play.
What rules would I change in the sport? Instead of changing, I would add increasing the match time to 15 minutes.
If I could change one rule, it would be to allow more communication with the coaches or not to limit the number of substitutions. I don't see a real reason for it.
Yes, I would change all penalties outside of regulation time.
That is without a doubt the easiest question I've ever been asked, and it would definitely be the 10-second rule.
I definitely would love to see some sort of challenge process, instant replay, challenge that can be implemented to ensure that the rules were called the way they should have been.
I think that there was something about the sport that I could change. I would make it more inclusive. I would actually allow sighted players to play. And I know that some people wouldn't agree with me on that, and that's okay. But I think the sport is amazing. It changed my whole life. It put me on a completely different path. And anybody I've ever introduced the sport to, sighted or not, whether they played, whether they volunteered, they just watched, they refereed, whatever they did, they fell in love with the game. And I think the more that we could bring the game to the general population, I think the better it would be for everybody, for the sport, for blind people, for sighted people. It's, I think opening up the doors to anybody who wants to play would be amazing.
Okay, if you let me redesign goalball, I think I would make it 2 against 2. I would have the court be the same size. I'd probably change some of the markings on the floor, but it would be more exciting for the crowd to see a higher scoring game. And I think it would challenge the defensive play so that teams can't just play boring 3-on-3 back and forth goalball. They're forced to try out different creative things. And then I would totally change the structure. It wouldn't be a timed sport. It would be like beach volleyball, you play to a certain score.
Do you think goalball has changed over the years?
Has goalball changed over the years? Absolutely, 100%. It used to be one ball for the men and one ball for the women, and then it went to a ball for both genders, and it was still a thick, heavy ball, and then they went to a really hard targe ball, which hurt, and a lot of people got a lot of injuries from. And now it is a ball that is good and solid, but fairly soft rubber, so it doesn't hurt as much when it hits you.
Oh, feel the pain, baby.
Goalball has certainly changed over the years since it very started in 1976, from going faster, from different equipment, and now there's different shots from a very fast smooth ball, and nowadays in 2025 probably you're going to find more of a bounce shot.
Yeah, I think goalball's changed over the years. I think it's faster. I think people are, maybe throwing faster, throwing bigger bounces. It's just the game speed is faster too, with more quick returns, and it's a sport that's always evolving. So
I think goalball has changed a lot in recent years, honestly, because before, players used to block the ball while standing, meaning they would block it from a standing position. Now the game has become much faster than before, so it's become difficult to do that. Additionally, the nature of the ball has changed. The materials it's made from have changed. Before it was harder, and therefore its speed was lower. When they changed the materials of the ball and we started using the German ball, things became different. The ball became much faster by a significant margin. So yes, goalball has changed a lot, in my opinion, due to the reasons I mentioned and changes in the rules.
Yeah, definitely. I've been playing for 11 years, so it's definitely changed from when I started, which was around 2014, 2015, and now we're in 2025. And then from the stories I hear from from the older guys that have been there for a longer time, but yeah, it's changed over the last decade for sure. It's gotten a lot bouncier, a lot of faster shots. You've got more and more athletic players coming in. The balls are bouncing and skipping and at speeds now. It's all not only bounce balls, but it's bounce balls with pace now. And you got a lot of fast shots. Defensive styles are changing as well. You're getting lower and lower to the ground. So things have definitely changed.
If someone was considering starting goalball or had just started, the first bit of advice I would tell them is just be patient. You aren't gonna master all the skills in one day. I think the best thing about goalball is that it's such a range of skill ceiling, and so if you just practice the fundamentals, get good at the fundamentals, then you're already over halfway there, and then you can start adding in more advanced stuff. So don't feel that you have to be amazing from day one. Goalball can be, I will say, an ugly sport if you just try out, just starting, because of how weird it feels to be playing a sport under blindfold. So you aren't going to look amazing when you start, but be patient, practice it, and who knows, in a few years you might be on the world stage playing with the best.
Advice I would give to athletes wanting to come into the sport of goalball is to really focus on a goal and to strive towards it. There's nothing that comes easy in this sport, and if you really want it, you need to learn to become a teammate and to find personal goals at the same time.
Well, goalball is beautiful. I would advise them to fall in love with goalball, to overcome frustration, to overcome fatigue, to overcome the hours and hours in the gym and fall in love with goalball. I think training a lot, you have to train a lot in the gym, you have to train a lot on the court, and you have to dedicate a lot of time to be a high-performance goalball athlete.
My best advice for new players in goalball is to just be excited to try something new, be prepared to feel pains in odd places, because goalball is an interesting sport for explosion, contact, and speed, because there aren't, and I don't know if people consider or feel that goalball is kind of a contact sport, because you're either hitting the ground or you're getting hit by a ball all the time. And especially in para sports, there aren't too many things like that, like maybe wheelchair rugby and things like that. But I feel like you just gotta be prepared and try not to get too scared of the ball and just be excited to really throw yourself in there and have fun with it.
The advice I give to any new player who wants to play goalball is to believe in yourself. Even if you fail the first time, keep trying and working on yourself. Trust me, you will go far, very, very, very far.
I would say the advice that I want to give others entering the sport of goalball is to be patient, find a mentor that you appreciate, and have fun. Ask lots of questions, and if there's injuries along the way, don't think you're the first. You're not the first, and you won't be the last.
To all the guys out there that want to start with goalball, I would say just go for it. In most cities, there are some kind of team, and if you're ready to travel, there will absolutely be a way for you to do it. It is an amazing sport. You will get friends for life. You will get experiences that you can get no other where. So just go for it and have fun, and I will hopefully see you on the pitch someday.
The advice I'd give anybody entering goalball is to always remember how difficult the sport is and to embrace all of the challenges. Any mistake made is so important. It's so great because that mistake will help you get better in the long run. The challenging aspect of this game is what makes it so great. If it was too easy, then it wouldn't be this great of a sport. So to always remember to have an open mind, to always stay positive, and no matter how hard the sport is, it'll just make you better, and it'll just fuel you to train harder, to practice better, to get in the gym an extra day each week, to expand your community, your network, learn more from other people, and just get better.
Advice I'd give others that want to get into the sport of goalball would be to be open to hear other people's critique, feedback, advice, take everything on board. There's so much to the sport that you can learn, so many intricate things, details, techniques, strategies. Just be open to learn and getting better, and practice outside of practice. Spend time at home really getting to learn the sport, and treat it like any other sport. There's so many ways that you can get better.
I want to be remembered in the sport of goalball for my positive energy and for my leadership.
I think I want to be remembered for being a positive teammate, for trying to lift up my other teammates, trying to keep encouraging them, make them feel confident when they're on the court, confident in their abilities. I want to be known as a leader. Within my own team, I want to be seen as a leader by others. And I want to be feared by other countries.
I would love to be remembered as one of the greats. I mean, who doesn't want that for themselves? But overall, I would like to be remembered as somebody who played with everything they had, with their heart on their sleeve, and someone who played with dignity.
I would like to hope to think that in the sport I'm remembered for a person who's easy to get along with and fun to play with, and I was like, oh yeah, people want I hope I get to play with John T, or I want to play with him, or I enjoy playing with him. I've had some of the younger guys say oh, it's fun playing with me, it's easy to understand the game and things like that. So at the very least, stuff like that.
In the sport of goalball, I definitely want to be remembered as somebody who was devoted to the sport.
I want to be remembered in the sport of goalball for being someone who has recruited many top players in the sport. I think I've had a good playing career, won some Canadian national titles, as well as made the Canadian men's national team.
I want to be remembered as someone who was tough to play against, but an awesome teammate. awesome teammate to be with, to play with on the court, and to be with off the court, and a hard player to score against, and just a tough player to play against.
I want to be remembered as a player with a great passion for the sport, someone who wants to develop the game and develop the teams. I want to be remembered as a great team member and someone that always goes for the fair game.
I would love to be remembered as somebody that has always been a positive role model, leader, and goalball player that's never shied away from a challenge, has always played their hardest no matter what level of competition, and has been a pivotal reason to the growth of the sport. I always advocate for the growth of the sport, making players better no matter what tournament I go to. I always try to take anybody aside and show them what different form they could have done to block that ball better, no matter what team they're on, even if it's the team we're about to go up against. I want to see the sport grow, and I want to be a big reason why it does so.
I think I am already remembered in the sport of goalball for kind of challenging the rules, stretching the game, trying out new things, and sometimes getting yelled at by the refs.
I think I want to be remembered as a high-end player, as a high-end athlete, an elite level athlete, but also as somebody who embodied the idea of what goalball was all about.
How I want to be remembered in the sport as, at the end of the day, someone that really cared about other people, gave people my time and helped other people out. I have lofty goals in the sport to hopefully go far one day, but truly at the end of the day, I want my legacy, if you can call it that, to be someone that helped, my fellow goalball player.
The game of goalball.
Photos of different athletes in action.
A dynamic international game played by hundreds of dedicated athletes. The work and commitment of the organizers, the referees, the coaches, and the volunteers. The athletes that played tirelessly in search of a medal.
Pictures of players having medals put around their neck.
Sometimes there is the despair of losing, but there is no better feeling than the thrill of winning.
Showing footage of athletes hugging and jumping around. Pictures of players celebrating.
Some of the athletes will go on to the ultimate championships of the Paralympics.
Showing photos of teams.
My name is Olaf Ryberg, and this is my game.
I'm Nick Gentleman, and this is my game.
I'm Rocky Kareem, and this is my game.
My name is Tim Utzig, and this is my game.
I'm Peter Parsons, and this is my game.
I'm Bryce Parker, and this is my game.
I'm Harry Nickerson, and this is my game.
Shouting out loud, feel the pulse, hear the sound. We're breaking barriers, we're breaking ground.
During the following song is the movie credits, which will be repeated in audio descript afterwards.
In the heart of the arena, the echoes rise. With our shades on, we're ready to fly. The roar of the crowd, the thrill in the air. We listen for the bells, we got no fear to share. Blindfolded warriors on this hallowed ground, dodging every challenge, hear that victory sound. Champions of the court, we don't need to see. Trusting our senses, we're wild and free. This is my game, hear me roar. Drumming in the rhythm, can't ignore. We're playing hard, hearts ablaze. With every goal, it's a brand new phase. This is my game, we own the night. Victory echoes, we'll never lose sight. Around the globe, we raise our flag. From cities to shores, we'll never drag. In the paralympics, we shine like a star. United in spirit, no matter how far. Champion hearts, beating in sync. We're a force of nature, don't you dare blink. Training hard every day, we'll never retreat. With passion and fire, we'll never face defeat. This is my game, hear me roar. Drumming in the rhythm, can't ignore. We're playing hard, hearts ablaze. With every goal, it's a brand new phase. This is my game, we own the night. Victory echoes, we'll never lose sight. And when the final buzzer sounds, we'll stand together on this battleground. Our spirit unbreakable, we'll rise and shine. Together in this game, victory's our design. Feel the vibrations, hear the cheers. We're on a journey, overcoming fears. Every ounce of dedication fuels our fight. In this world of warriors, we ignite the light. In every city, we challenge the norm. With skill and grace, we create a storm. The bells of the goalball, they guide our way. In this beautiful game, we seize the day. So lace up your dreams, let them take flight. We're fighting for our future, ready for the night. This is my game, hear me roar. Drumming in the rhythm, can't ignore. We're playing hard, hearts ablaze. With every goal, it's a brand new phase. This is my game, we own the night. Victory echoes, we'll never lose sight. So here we stand, hand in hand. Together we rise, a mighty band. With passion and pride, we'll always proclaim. In the world of goalball, this is my game.
Thank you for watching. I'll see you at the Paralympics.
The following is a repeat of the credits with audio description and no music. Thank you to these participants of this movie. Ahmad Abu Al-Jidian, athlete, Canada. Hossein Adib, referee Iran. Jimena Balboa, athlete Chile. Beatriz Bonfim, coach Portugal. Jason Philip Capote, athlete USA. Ariel Cid, athlete Chile. Jennifer Crawford McMillan, coach Canada. Sajjad Dagan, athlete Iran. Samia Elgamri, coach Egypt. Patricio Finoli, athlete Argentina. Nick Gentleman, athlete Canada. Gabriel Goulart, coach Brazil. Gail Hamrani, athlete Israel. Jeff Harmer, coach United Kingdom. Elena Hung, athlete Canada. Raki Karim, athlete Canada. Adam Calamet, coach Canada. Lily King, athlete Canada. John Cuscu, athlete USA. Stephanie Leach, athlete Canada. Tyler Marin, athlete USA. Camila Moreno, athlete Chile. Christopher Morgan, athlete USA. Svetlana Moros, referee Ukraine. João Mota, athlete Portugal. Blair Nesbitt, athlete Canada. Harry Nickerson, athlete Canada. Melanie Olavi, athlete Chile. Bryce Parker, athlete Canada. Peter Parsons, athlete Canada. Mark Prue, athlete Canada. Emma Reinke, athlete Canada. Olaf Reiberg, athlete Sweden. Daniel Sanchez, athlete Spain. Pablo Talavera, referee Canada. John T., athlete Canada. Tim Utzig, athlete USA. Glenn Wade, organizer Canada. Daryl Walker, athlete USA. Sydney Whip, athlete Australia. Jennifer Yanez, athlete Chile. Special thank you to CBDV TV for some of the photo and video images shown in this production. Thank you to W. Ross Macdonald School for the Blind for the use of their facilities in the production of this movie. Special thank you to IBSA for the use of their logo in this movie production. The music in this movie is non-copyright. Featured songs include Listen for the Bells and the Ball and This Is My Game. Special thank you to Kenny Music for the use of the song Jesus Paid It All. Produced by Steve Parker. End of credits.